Hello. I was just trying out RTX voice, and clearly it's blocked out my voice too. So I need to fix that. I think it's bad luck, Brett. What a noob I am. So, Inferno from Game 1 Oz here, just with a playthrough of the new tutorial for Elder Scrolls Online Greymoor. And just wanted to make a new character and experience the new tutorial. I've been playing ever since launch in 2014, but with these new chapter updates with Elsewhere and Greymoor, just really wanted to just find out what they've done with this new tutorial and how it sets up the story in Western Skyrim. So I'm just going to jump in now. I've made a character. My go-to guy is Ball Baggins, and let's see what happens. So there we go to. When you play through a tutorial with the previous character, you may choose to play through it again with Luggage or skip it. So normally I'd skip it, but I want to play the new tutorial. So let's see how we go. Deepwood Vale Nords. They have such an innate fear of desolate and abandoned places like Deepwood Vale that the Ice Reach Coven has had little trouble hiding in plain sight. For that reason, they have already lost this war. I was an old EverQuest 2 player. I haven't played an MMO in about 4 years, but I was just looking at this. Mate, this is pretty damn good. EverQuest 2 is pretty chilled. I reckon this is chilled as well, but obviously much better graphics in this game.
Is someone out there? I could use your assistance. I'm quite trapped in here.
Oh, cool. I'll clear that notification, which is annoying. Even have a new reward for waiting this. Daily rewards, nice. Okay. I'll leave that for my other character. It's all good. So this is very easy to pick up and runs very smooth.
My thanks. Hear me out.
It's buy to play, so you've got to buy the main game. Actually, I've got speech bubbles on. Have I got speech bubbles on? Interface. Oh, good, they're on.
You were on the cart. I saw you before those witches caught us and tossed me in this stone box. Glad you're finally awake. Apologies for my ghastly appearance. I'm not feeling my best.
Where are we?
Our precise location, I can only speculate. Somewhere in Western Skyrim, I suppose. I was involved in my own investigation when the Ice Reach Coven witch attacked. We can escape, but I desperately need your help first. The witches must have stashed my belongings nearby. Among them is a small flask. I can open the cell door. Once I do, I need you to retrieve that flask for me. I'll be too weak. And until I have it, you're in significant danger.
How are the controls? I noticed newer MMOs are more like console controls. I prefer the traditional EQ WoW Guild Wars style of controls. Well, I find these are like EverQuest 2. I could jump straight into EverQuest 2 and this game it feels similar. So what I do is WSAD to move, and then I use right click and just hold down the camera to move the camera. You've got your skills in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc.
I swear.
When I get back into the gameplay, I'll explain it better.
If I don't get that flask back, however, my intentions won't matter. Retrieve it, and we'll break out of here together.
Open the door and I'll get your flask. Yeah, so this game, I'm just moving the mouse.
Don't be afraid.
Camera controls. I've zoomed out.
It may be jarring, but it's a necessary part of the plan.
I guess this is a little bit different to EQ2. EQ2, you select a target and then you just wail numbers. This one's a bit more active combat. So this one has left mouse button has a light attack, and then right mouse button has a block.
Hurry and retrieve my flask.
You can double tap the direction to dodge out. So when I get into combat, I'll show you what that means. But essentially, yes, if I want a right mouse button, I can. That's the same thing. So you don't even have to use right for that one to move the camera. So I need to go here. You can also zoom right in and go first person. So if you've played Elder Scrolls 5 Skyrim and those games, you can get that feel, which is pretty cool. But I like my MMOs. I'm used to playing isometric, so this is how I like to play. I've got, except for quest items, I've got auto loot on. So when I open up something, where's something? There. Oh no, I don't. I'm lying. So this is your inventory and your equipment. So at the moment I'm just wearing these rusty rags and I've got no weapon. But you've got head, shoulders, hands, legs, feet, waist and chest. You've got, you can change your appearance with these kind of items. Oops. You've got a necklace and 2 rings. And then you've got a weapon set, so you can have two-handed, dual wield or sword and board. And you can also add poisons to this, and later on, once you get to level 15, you can unlock weapon swap, so you can have 2 sets of weapons. You've got a K. So you have skill lines from my class. I've chosen a Necromancer, so I've got Grave Lord, which has a certain number of skills, Bone Tyrant, Living Death. When I put some armor on, so if I wear light armor, and if I think I wear 3 pieces of it, I'll learn the light armor skill set, and then light armor will have all of this, their light armor skills and stuff. Medium armor, heavy armor, same thing. If I pick up a weapon, doesn't matter which weapon it is, I can use it. Obviously there's better weapons for the builds and classes that you play, but if I pick up a sword and then start killing with the sword, I'll earn experience with the sword and then unlock sword skills, so then there'll be a set of sword skills. You can only have 5 skills at a time. It's a little bit like Guild Wars. You can only have 5 skills and an ultimate skill. So those are like specialized skills. Yeah, these are specialized skill trees within the Necromancer class. And then you can have like one-handed shield as a skill. So it doesn't matter if it's a sword, a hammer, a mace, an axe. As long as they're one-handed, you can use any of those weapons with one-handed shield, and you'll get one-handed shield skills. With leveling up those skills, so I haven't got any yet, but once I gain a level, I'll get a skill point, then I can specialize in one. So then you put the skill on your bar, and whatever skills are on your bar, you'll gain experience in those lines. So if I put all Bone Tyrant skills in here, I'd level up Bone Tyrant, and I wouldn't get a single point of experience in these 2, because none of them are on my bar. So you want to kind of have a little idea of where you want to go in terms of class spec, and then weapon, armor, that kind of thing, and put those skills on there that you want to level up. Doesn't, like, the leveling's quite simple and quite fast, so don't worry about a skill falling behind. You can always just swap a skill out, put it on there. Especially when you get to level 15, you got 2 skill lines, you can swap back and forth with your weapons and gain XP that way. Okay.
Did you find it? Give it to me.
Okay, open the flask.
Yes, that's better. Thank you. I could feel my control slipping away. Yes, that was blood. But I swear there's no cause for alarm. Not every vampire is a monster. I'm part of a group that only drinks from willing donors. We regulate the actions of less scrupulous vampires.
What is this group you belong to?
I belong to House Ravenwatch, one of the noble houses of Rivenspire. We adhere to the teachings of our founder, Count Verandis Ravenwatch. We take no blood by force. We help those in need, and we curtail the actions of more hostile vampires.
Western Skyrim is a long way from Rivenspire.
We go where we're needed. I was investigating a burial site in Bankurai when I discovered smugglers stealing ancient remains. I followed the trail, ran into the witch, and, well, you know the rest. Now, we need to get out of here.
You have a plan for that?
Sort of. I regained enough of my senses when they carried me in here to remember the way out. It's pretty straightforward. I'll guide the way if you defend us from anyone who blocks our path. If we work together, I'm certain we can escape.
Either way.
Follow closely. You never know what's wandering around in these old barrows. I wonder why the witches are storing all these things. See if you can find a weapon. I'll grab something more suited to my skills.
Ancient Nord Greatsword. I'll choose something else. I don't want to use a Greatsword. Nope. Oh, Greatsword is. Okay, equip the weapon. So you can use provisioning to make potions, and use recipes, and then you've got to find acai berries to create this one. But I've learned that, so because I learned that recipe, I've gained the skill line provisioning. So now I go into crafts, provisioning, and then I can start leveling up provisioning. So now I go here and I equip my sword. Oops, don't want to enchant it. I want to equip it. So it puts it here. Continue your escape. Now I've got my thing. So killing an enemy with a weapon equipped will unlock new skill lines.
Now come on, this way.
What are you two doing out? Ergala still has need of you.
That's the brute who threw us in our
Put
cell.
you two milk drinkers back
So
in
I'm
your
using
cage.
left mouse button now. I'm just tapping it for a light attack.
Strike him with a light attack. Hit him again. Hit him again.
That's just teaching you
But
now.
you can't withstand this.
Don't let his heavy. Strike him while he's
So
off
now,
balance.
and now I hold it to do a charge attack. Because I blocked his attack and put him off
Lock that
balance.
attack. Hit him again.
So I hit the attack, that knocks him down, then I can hit him.
Get your guard up. Hit him.
You can't block what you can't see.
Break free from that stun.
So he stunned me, so I do left mouse button and right mouse button together. It uses
Can't get
stamina,
out of that.
but yeah, it gets out of the stun lock.
Another heavy. Press your advantage with a heavy attack. Stop his attack. Interrupt that strike.
Yeah.
Time to end this.
Did it? The smell of blood is.
Nice.
We should move on.
So every time you level up, it's only just recently, the last couple of years, they've added this. You claim your level up, so you get an attribute point and a skill point. So an attribute point is a statistic, so magicka, health, or stamina. I don't know what I want to do yet as a necromancer, I forget. So I'm just going to leave that there, and then shows you what you're going to get next level, and then next milestone. So level 2 I'll get attribute point, skill point, a meal. Then level 5 I get 2 points, 2 stats, 2 skills, and some health rings, and a racial skill line, so a red guard. Your pet is doing tanking. No, that wasn't the pet, that was the guy that I'm with. So now I've got 1 skill point here, and I learnt the 2-handed skill lines. So I can choose not like yes, I learned it, but I don't necessarily have to use it. So I can just sit there. Again, I haven't looked up my specialization for necromancer. I just want to play the tutorial, so I don't know what's good weapon combo for a necromancer or what skill line to go down yet. Necromancer was added with the elsewhere content patch. So go through here.
More weapons. Grab anything you think
Sweet.
might be useful.
So you can get a jerkin, so I'll just zoom in a bit so you can see them. So there's a chest piece jerkin there, there's more jerkins, a jack. So the difference between a jack, and a jerkin is the size of it. So the jack has like little, they're not leggings, but it looks like it's got leggings and a skirt kind of thing, whereas the jerkin is just the top bit. There's boots there, there's gauntlets, there's sabatons, then there's Inferno staff, battle axe. I kind of want to play a magical necromancer. So you can get Inferno staffs, you can get lightning staffs and frost staffs, Inferno staffs and flame staff. You can also get different hilts on them, so you got that cool looking ram skull there, and then the kind of snake one. He's got something different as well, he's got a bit of boring one. But I want to go, what's this one? Oh yeah, so there's another snake one. So I'm going to get the ram one, and I'll equip that so that under, oh that's an Inferno, that's weird, an Inferno staff of frost. So it's a flame staff, but does frost damage. That's a bit weird. Anyway, so that's on there now, and then I guess I've got really no choice to. There's no cloth arm around, is there? What's this? Cuirass? Jerkin? Shoes? Oh yeah, there's shields and swords. Ah, this is the way the... I was just thinking before, they've locked you into using a greatsword, but yeah, they can... This is where you really specialise. So... There's a jerkin, brace. Let's just have a look at what braces are. Okay, that's medium armor. Cuirass is iron. Oops, that's cuirass as well. Shoes, that should be light armor. Yeah. Yeah. Again, I don't know what I'm supposed to wear. I should have done my research for this, but I just wanted to play it and show you guys what to do. Alright. At least I got my Inferno staff. So, oh, okay, you know what? Let's, so I've got Cuirass. Let's drop that. How do I destroy? I'll put light boots on. I'll put a heavy chest piece on. Put heavy shoulders on. And I've got those gauntlets, so they're heavy as well. They're not giving me much choice. Sabatons are heavy. You can get shield there if you want to. Got no I haven't got any light. So I might grab this jack or a jerk. I'll do the jack. So the jack is medium. So I've got one piece medium, one piece heavy, one piece light. Put the iron gauntlets on because that's all I've got. I'll take the robes off. Oh, rawhide braces. I think I want to do medium as an overall thing, but we'll see. I can throw them on the floor. Oh, look at that. I need some pants. Oh, look at my back. I work out. Yeah, so I need some leggings. That's gold. I don't need the forgotten robes or that shirt. That'll do. Bugger it. It's only level 1, 2. There's another shield there. Huh. I killed a rat and I got a spider and I got a bloody thing. What is that? Restore stamina immediately. Okay, let's do it. Let's go. This will do. Oh, what's that? Gauntlets, anything cloth? Or pants. I need pants. My legs are cold. So the quest is, doesn't say what the quest is, but it's right, reach there.
Giant frostbite spider.
Oh, right.
Kill it, my friend.
for treasure chests and things like that. So destruction staff's now level 2. That was easy. Because I'm an ESO Plus member, which is a paying subscription member, I get a crafting bag, so I can have unlimited crafting items in here. So you can see I've got 1,240 cotton. Oh no, that's value. 310 cotton cotton there. I've got 193 ingots there. Whereas if you're just a free-to-play member, your inventory slots, I've only got 60, will be taken up with resources as well. So for me personally, I love that crafting bag that you get for being a subscriber. So I don't mind paying $15. Man, there's no light armor anywhere. That's alright. Or pants. I need some pants. Oh, you can press control to sneak. Like Skyrim, so now you're hidden.
Quick, hide. Look up on the bridge.
Okay, there's the light. Yeah.
As you'll see, the storm's effects will be quite devastating.
As long as everything is ready for the first harvest, Gather, I will be pleased.
Very curious. Let's talk for a moment. That was Urgala, leader of this branch of the Ice Reach Coven. She's the witch who locked us in the barrow. The others take their orders from her.
Who was she talking to?
I'm not sure, but I believe he's one of my kind. They mentioned a devastating storm. We need to find out exactly what they have planned. My apologies, but we're going to have to postpone our escape. We'll make an investigator out of you yet. I need to figure out how those stolen remains, the Ice Reach Coven, and that vampire are connected. Let's catch up to Urgala and her guest, and see what we can find out.
Alright. So you can get user interface add-ons for this game. And so I'm just going to put that there in the middle. And you can see a lot of them are out of date, the red ones, just because the admins of these add-ons haven't updated theirs to Greymoor yet. So you can still use them. So on the bottom right corner I've got the mini-map, top left I've got a rare fish tracker, top bar I've got my ping, the FPS, bag slots left, that kind of thing. Hey Grumpy Garbs, you gonna jump in? I'm just doing the tutorial, and I'm going to jump out after the tutorial, but just wanted to record and explain the tutorial for everyone. What else we got? Was that a bad guy? Yes it is. Oh shite, that's a bad guy too. Okay. My friend down. So you can loot all these. Sometimes you get like ashes, trash, ginkgo, ingredient for beverages, gnawed bone. You sell it from gold to a merchant. You can pick up this winter moth, and then it gives you insect parts for river bait. So you can see up here the rare fish tracker. In the river system in this zone, you can get blue muskie, morthal, longfin, and chillwind pike. They're the rare fish that you can catch in the river, and this insect parts is actually river bait. So you wouldn't catch anything if you're in foul lake or ocean water with this bait. So that's quite cool. More ash. Coins, take the coins, nice. Lockpick. You want to collect as many lockpicks as you can because there's heaps of treasure chests to open. in the world. Oh, that's a bit hard to hit. Anyway, enough of that looting. Now, whoa, there's another player. Okay, so. Huh, how cool is all the art? Yeah, who's that? Cracker. Oops, buddy, you led me the wrong way. Dude was on a speed potion, yeah. You can actually hold down shift and sprint and use your stamina. There we go. Feels very epic already. This is only the tutorial. The art in this game is absolutely outstanding. There's the bridge, so that's where we were just before. That's my dude. Okay, up this way. So what's the note here? If you read bookshelves, you don't have to physically read it, but sometimes you'll learn a skill line or a skill point just for reading books. So it's worth going to every, especially if you're a new character, go to every bookshelf and just click it, and you might learn a skill point. Oh. Necklace. Oh, there's no stats on it. Okay.
Look, the sky. What have they done? We must reach that
Oh,
clearing.
a Harrowstorm. Awesome. Press. Yeah, so it just says to zoom in and out to change perspective. That's wicked. Alright. Can't wait to do that. Alright, so what do we got here? Oh, you just said just go down here. Nice. Also, if you help a player kill the monster, you get experience too. It's not you're not tapping mobs like in other games. So it's worth just like slaying everything basically. Even poor defenseless foxes.
We need more casket for our bow.
Ah, petrified it. That's awesome. Gone off the beaten track here.
The reach will rise up.
What's that thing? Wolf. So rawhide scraps that I've got then you can use to craft. That's a cool mechanic. Guild Wars 2 was the first that I remember to do that. No more kill skills. Yeah, definitely. That was a big revolutionary change. How annoying was it having to camp mobs just to get a kill on an NPC? Like in WoW Classic. Everyone lining up to do a kill. Anything clothy on me? Any pants? I want some pants. Jerkin. Sure.
You see that?
Okay. Keep going. So I just got destruction staff level 3, but what I'm not doing, you can put heal pots in quick slots. So if I go to quick slots and then put a heal in there, I can hold down Q and then quickly use my heal if I need to in battle, that kind of thing. So what I'm not doing with these, I'm not learning any experience in these class skills. I am earning experience in destruction staff, but even then I haven't. Actually, I'm using destruction staff, so I'm pretty confident. I'm gonna get force shock, then I've got a skill. So force shock, focus all the elemental energies with your staff and blast an enemy for 960 flame damage, frost damage, and shock damage. That's pretty cool. So I'm pretty happy with destruction staff. And so I said earlier that I don't know what to do with a necromancer, so I'll just look up a guide. You know, it's probably a bad attitude. I could just, like I just did then, pick up a weapon and go, I like the feel of that. I'm going to train in that. Ultimately, you know, there's lots of cookie cutter builds for a necromancer. So you could Google necromancer build and you'll get, you know, half a dozen recommended PvE, PvP trials builds. But you can choose your own, and there's a respecialization ability in certain towns. So that one just taught me, what did it teach me? It taught me something. Law book, the law book. Law book,
This place is thick with coven members.
can't see it yet, but law books level up your mage guild skill line. Okay, let's go read these on this. Funny, maybe they've changed it. I'm getting law books as opposed to skill line increases. They must have changed it recently. That's alright. You can see on the minimap there, so I'm going underneath here, but then the darker colour is lower and the lighter colour is upper. So you can see that that's a staircase going up and then that's a bridge going over. So if you ever see a map like that and go, what the hell, I want to go there, the darker colour is underneath, lighter colour is above.
With the visitor present.
Oh, blasted him. Nice. And you saw the red on the ground there. That was a danger zone because he was doing a area effect hit. So he's going to dodge out of the way. You like Guild Wars in that aspect. Guild Wars 2.
Those urns. They bear the same symbol as the ones I saw in Banquerai.
Harrow Storm ritual.
Oh, sweet. This is my first Harrow Storm.
I'll be in touch after the harvest.
Harrow Storms are like world events. This one is scripted for this tutorial. Oh, this is the boss.
You escape.
Maybe that will stop the storm from growing.
For soon all of Skyrim will fall. Your efforts mean nothing.
Storm. Somehow that pike is involved. Destroy it quickly.
Where's the pike? Where's the pike? Where's the pike? This one.
You did it. The storm's dissipated.
Okay, that was a bit easy. That was obviously a sample. That wasn't a real Harrow storm. That would be a lot harder.
I wish we could have learned more before we killed Matron Urgala. I still don't understand what the Coven has planned. And it's the not knowing that worries me. That's true. And we stopped that storm. My investigations have led to even darker corners, but progress has been made. Here, consider this a stipend from Ravenwatch. For your valuable assistance, of course. Now let's get out of here.
So I get Traveller's Luggage. This luggage supposedly belongs to you, though your memory of it is hazy. Its contents will no doubt help you get back on your feet. You get a skill point, and then a new skill line called Soul Magic. I wonder what that is.
The Ice Reach Coven's presence in Western Skyrim concerns me.
It's on level 3 now.
But we need to keep moving. The path down is through those doors. Outside, I'll point you towards Solitude. Go to the city and warn them. Whatever the Coven has planned, it didn't end here.
Aren't you coming with me?
Not right now. Other members of the Ravenwatch came here ahead of me. They'll be interested in the vampire we saw, and I need to get word to them. Besides, I want to follow the trail while it's fresh. So it only makes sense that you warn Solitude.
Tell me about Solitude.
We're in the hold of Hofengar in Western Skyrim. Solitude is its capital city, and the seat of High King Svargrim. If we can find any help against the Coven, it will be there. Head to Solitude and let the authorities know what happened here.
Alright, I'll go to Solitude and warn them about the Ice Reach Coven.
The Nords don't tolerate Reachmen in their territory. Once you warn the gods, I'm sure High King Svargrim will dispatch his troops. The Coven's threat is as good as done. But just in case, I'll tell my fellow Ravenwatch what happened here.
Those urns from Bankarai you mentioned earlier, what's so special about them?
As I said, my investigation began in an ancient burial site in Bankarai. Drogakin were using similar urns, filling them with remains. Most disturbing, the ash and bones belonged to a dark army that once roamed the land. The Grey Host.
Why were the urns here?
I have no idea. When I stumbled into this nest of Coven witches, I never expected to find a connection to the Drogakin and the burial urns. And that vampire we saw. There's something more at play than we know. We need to find out what.
Alright, number 3. Attribute points, yeah. I still don't... Well, I'm using... yeah, okay. I'll check the attributes in a minute. I'm using Magic at the moment, so it could be... You know what? I'm gonna do it. Magic. Done. Ah, that's right. So there's a skill advisor that was added a few years ago. For someone starting out, do I have to buy ESO and Greymoor expansion, or is it all-in-one version? Let me check the website actually. I'll just go to this screen. Let me check the website, elderscrollsonline.com. And buy now. So if you got, let's just say you went the standard edition of Greymoor. If you bought Greymoor, includes access to the Elder Scrolls Online base game, Morrowind chapter, Somerset chapter, Elsewhere chapter, and the Greymoor chapter. Yeah, so if you bought the standard edition of the Elder Scrolls Online Greymoor, you get access to the base game, Morrowind, Somerset, and Elsewhere, which are all awesome chapters. You can, and this is on the store, the Elder Scrolls Online store. So if you so that's through the store. That's not Bethesda. That's ZeniMax. If I go into Steam and check it out, come on. Steam's not loading. What are you doing? And go Scrolls Online. Yeah, again, if you go straight to the Elder Scrolls Online Greymoor, can buy that. This content requires base game in Steam in order to play. That's annoying. So Steam's a bit fiddly. Oh, hang on. Buy the Elder Scrolls Online Greymoor includes Elder Scrolls Online base game, and all those. So that's $99. How much is on here? Standard edition. Oh, okay, it is $99 Australian. Yep, so you can get it through the ESO store or through Steam. Up to you. Alright. Class Gravelord. What does a Gravelord do? Actually, that's what I was saying. So, Skill Advisor, Necromancer Initiate. So you can choose. So select the type of player you want to be, and we will help guide your choices by giving you hints as you progress. So, Initiate. Wield the power of death itself to strike fear into the hearts of your enemies as a terrifying necromancer. This build is recommended for new players. Primary stat Magicka. If you do Baleful Summoner, the roll is damage. Control an army of the dead to overrun your enemies while channeling destructive elemental magic. That sounds good. The Deathbringer uses Stamina. It's still a damage roll. Summoner, okay, this is light armor. Use close strikes and ranged assaults to cripple your enemies with lethal poisons and diseases. Undying Warrior. Drain them as a tank. Drain the life from the living and dead alike to become an unkillable horror on the battlefield. Flesh Sculptor is a healer. Stave off Death's cold touch by siphoning the power from the recently deceased and using it to aid your allies. Or you can turn off the Skill Advisor. So, Baleful Summoner sounds good to me. So it's suggesting I get these. So that is Flame Skull, Death Sight. It's basically saying get all the first of everyone. I've only got 2 skills, so I'll get Death Sight, Living Death. Sacrifice your own power to repair damaged flesh, healing you or an ally in front of you for that, but applying minor defile to yourself, reducing your healing received and health recovery. Alright, let's get Render Flesh. And Death Sight. Slice into your enemy's life force, dealing magic damage. You heal. Oh, that's good. Gravelord, Flame Skull. Lob an explosive skull at an enemy, dealing that much. Every third cast deals increased damage. So let's go Bone Time. That sounds cool. So I want to sacrifice your own power to repair damaged flesh. Healing you. So let's put that into number 5 because that's kind of the oh shit button. Right. I just got this. Increase max health, max magicka, max stamina for 2 hours. So I'm going to do that. Yum yum yum. Western Skyrim. Sundered from Eastern Skyrim in years past, High King Svargrim rules the cold and unforgiving land known as Western Skyrim. Assisting of the whole
This way, my friend.
Alright, go to Solitude. So that's a pretty cool introduction. So it's got vampires, it's got harrow storms.
The road ahead will take you straight to Solitude. Go. Warn Solitude of the danger. I need to make contact with the Raven Watch.
Alright. What's that glowy thing over there? That's interesting. So we are here. And we've got trial, kind, We got solitude over here. Okay. Oh. Got this guy out. Oh, that was nice. Oh, what is that? Oops. Where did that go? Lead seed of the snow prince. What is that? No soul gems. What the? There's lots of things going on. Is that a crafting thing? JKL? No? Crown gems? No? What's that lead thing? Oh well. What's in my traveller's luggage? Oh, sweet. Hey, some pants! Alright, take all. So, that staff is not as good. Get some pants though. And a bow as well. Not really interested in bows, I like this staff. I want to know what that lead thing was though. Oh, it's not here. I definitely got it, didn't I? Lead something. Good slots. Strange. Anywho. Gotta get going. Thanks for the stream, it was informative. No worries man, thanks for dropping in. If you pick up Elder Scrolls, just feel free to add me. What's my username? Inferno89. How do you add friends? Contacts. Oops, my bad. So contacts. Yeah, if you search for Inferno89 as my user ID, you'll find me as a friend.
Welcome to Hafengar Hold, the
Network. We want to go to the Solitude Docks.
There's no time. Take this. Keep it safe.
Wait, what are you giving me?
Information. The Ice Reach Coven. At work in the west. Just need more proof. Go! They're coming!
Who's coming? The ones who attacked you?
Don't trust them. Only Lyris. She's...
Hold on. Hold on.
You there. What did that fugitive tell you? Who are you? Another spy? What did this lying Easterner say to you?
I was just going about my business when I saw that he was injured.
Assisting a fugitive is a crime in Hafengar Hold. Unless you want to find out how we deal with traitors and spies, tell me what he said to you.
He said something about the Ice Reach Coven at work in the west. Do you know what that means?
Ice Reach Coven? Ridiculous. The only threat to the west are those damn spies from Eastern Skyrim, conspiring against our king. Forget whatever nonsense this skeever told you and be on your way. You hear more talk like his, report it to the guard.
I also came here to warn you about the Ice Reach Coven. They're definitely at work in the area.
Don't start spreading rumors about Reach witches. You go panicking the good folk of Solitude, and I'll toss you in a cell. And how is it you know so much about this witch work?
I was abducted by the Coven, but I escaped after learning their plans.
And my grandfather killed 12 giants with his bare hands. But at least he had the good grace to string a few of their teeth around his neck before he made the claim. Got any proof? Or do you want to reconsider making a false report, eh?
All I have is my word.
The word of an outsider isn't worth mammoth spit. Keep sticking your nose where it doesn't belong, and you'll wind up just like him. Mind your own business, or you'll find that Solitude doesn't take kindly to instigators and strangers. Go on. Just remember, I'll be keeping an eye on you.
Scrap of paper with hurried writing scrawled in a shaky hand sits on top of the pile. Brondold. The guards came asking about you. They were rattling their scabbards at anyone they could find. I'm scared. Hid your horse in the woods. I'll wait in the barn by the stables outside the city, but only for one day. Okay.
Stay back! I'll do it! I'll stab you! I mean it! One step closer, and I'll stick you like a hawker!
I'm not here to hurt you. I need to talk to you about Brondold.
I don't know any Brondold. That is what I told the guards, and that is what I'm telling you. I don't want any more trouble. You make me stab you, and it's my word against yours.
Brondold's dead. He left me with a handful of papers and a lot of questions.
Dead? Stone's mercy. I'm next, aren't I? I promise. I don't know anything. I won't make any trouble. I'll disappear. Don't even like it here. You'll never see me again.
I didn't kill Brondold. Just tell me what this is all about.
He did not tell me a lot. Said he was tracking some bad people. Asked me to keep an eye out for any unusual comings and goings. He'd come by now and then with a sweet roll and a few coins for my trouble. He was nice.
And did you see anything out of the ordinary?
The last time we spoke, it was about the men with the job postings. A pair of wolves in sheep's clothing. Trying to blend in, but still off around the edges. Same with their horses. Sheared mountain mares. Come from the Reach, I wager.
Let's go through quickly on this bit
Save
now.
a hanging. Take. We're stuck. Said be. Who knows? You'd feel the same.
A lot of backstory. Okay, so I still have to go. Search and mark. Great. Okay, let's go that way. If you kill livestock owned by a citizen and the crime is witnessed, you will receive a bounty. Oh, wow. Okay. Right. Oops, it's supposed to go down that way. Alright, let's check the crate. Ash-covered fragments. Fragments of pottery, possibly urns, listed at the bottom of a hidden compartment beneath packing hay. A strange ash or dust covers the fragments. Okay. So now it's saying in the journal. So meet Grondol's contact, search and light crate, follow the gothic directions. Alright. So I know on the map is where I need to go, so let's go first. Oh, cool, it's a Spriggan. Something. No. So not. No. No. Oh, talk to Lewis Titan. Awesome. Where is? Oh, hang on. There's a Harrow Storm. Shit, yeah. I want to go see it. Come on. Way. Oh, okay, that was a different one. Alright, so what's this? Black Morass Ritual Site. Traveller.
There's not a thing in Skyrim that can scare me.
Okay. So, usually they're on timers, and... What's that? A great lift. What the hell? So many cool things to explore. Anyway, back on track. I keep getting distracted by shiny things. Oh, so Lyris is in there, right? We might go visit Lyris and then log off. And the lands are epic. I know it's not the same Skyrim, but it certainly feels like Skyrim. Ooh, what's this? Oh, that's really... That's really... Go up here. Tower of Solitude. Good to see some players around. So let's get to where is she? There. Alright, let's carry on.
Too much to do and too little time.
Look at this, because this is the fast travel place. Oh man, there's quests everywhere, but I'm just going to stick to this first one first. And then I can branch out. That's where you get the antiquities and the bard place there, but I'll come back to that tomorrow.
Fascinating application of the technique.
Let's just see the rest. There she is.
I'm accustomed to stairs, but I reached my threshold for gawkers a long time ago. Move along. I'm waiting for someone.
Brundold isn't coming. He's dead.
He's what? Damn it. Queen Gerhild will be here at any moment. Look, Her Highness is expecting to talk to me and my contact. I need you to pretend to be that contact, or this will go very badly.
What's this all about?
We can exchange intimate details of our lives later. Right now, just know that the safety of all of Skyrim, maybe even all of Tamriel, depends on how this meeting goes. So follow my lead and be on your best behavior with Her Highness.
Follow your lead with what?
Lyris Titanborn. Your reputation is known even here in the West. Is this one of your famed companions?
No, but I assure you my partner is one of the Skald King's best. Go introduce yourself.
I am Gerhild, Queen of Skyrim. Allow me to welcome you on behalf of our kingdom, our city, and our hold. Who might you be?
Ballwagon, Your Majesty.
The letter that preceded your arrival said an attempt was made on the Skald King's life. It indicated that High King Svargrim would be next. My husband took that as an accusation and a threat. He will not meet with you, but I will hear you out.
I've witnessed some concerning things since I arrived here, Your Majesty.
Have you anything that would persuade my husband? It will take some substantial evidence to convince High King Svargrim to heed the words of the hated Yoren, the Skald King.
I encountered a coven of Reach witches operating in your kingdom.
Trouble from the Reach is as common as snow in winter. That will not be enough for Svargrim to accept the help of outsiders. His hatred of Yoren runs deep. I will speak on your behalf, but you and Lyris must bring me proof my husband cannot ignore.
We'll find that proof, Your Majesty.
Thank you for alerting me to this situation. I am eager to see what else you uncover. I will do what I can, but be as discreet as possible. If you run afoul of my husband, he won't hesitate to return you to Yoren, and not necessarily in one piece.
Alright, so let's skip through all the backstory.
My deepest...
Okay.
You handled that better than I expected. Now what in Mara's name happened to Brundold?
He was fleeing pursuit and gave me a bundle of papers before he died.
Damn. Lucky thing he found you. Brundold was supposed to get the lay of the land before I got here. Without his information, my work for Yoren the Skald King could be over before it begins. What did he give you? Hand it over.
Here's everything I found.
Smugglers and Reachmen up to illicit business. Nothing unusual there, but Brundold thought it could be connected to the Coven. I'm short a good investigator, and you stepped into the role easily enough. Can I count on you to help me with this?
What do you need me to do?
Brundold mentioned some locals we should have a talk with. A snitch named Grega who likes to gamble in back alleys, and an orc named Mog who frequents the Lonely Troll Inn. Let's find them and see what they can tell us.
Can you explain what this is all about?
Succinctly? No, but I'll try. The Ice Reach Coven recently attacked the Skald King. We learned they're planning something in Western Skyrim as well, so Yoren sent me to warn them. Beyond that, we have the leads Brundold found, and that's about it.
I ran into the Coven. I overheard them plotting something about destructive storms and the harvest.
I had a run-in with the Coven too. First at their stronghold in the Sea of Ghosts, then in Eastmarch. They tried to... well, let's say they had plans of an unkind nature regarding the Skald King. I stopped them, then came here to warn Svargrim.
Why did Joran send you to help Svargrim? They obviously had a bad history.
While it's true that Svargrim and Yoren don't get along, the Skald King doesn't want something terrible to befall Western Skyrim. That would be bad for the East as well as the West. Besides, Yoren was hoping for an opportunity to improve relations.
So...
Lyrist, this accident. Most of the tale. We don't, but...
Okay. Alright guys, I'm going to... gonna leave it there. But thank you for watching. This was the tutorial of Elder Scrolls Online Greymoor. It just came out on the 26th of May for PC, and it comes out on the 6th of June, or the 9th, 6th of June I think, for consoles. So yeah, console players, you're missing out because it's freaking cool, but be patient and you will get some awesome stuff in this expansion. Looking forward to jumping in heaps more, but for now I'm just going to sign off and continue my playthrough tomorrow and over the weekend. So happy gaming, enjoy Elder Scrolls Online Greymoor, and I will see you next time. Bye.